Now that we have everyone registered for Socrative, let's go through and talk about some of the instant feedback uses of Socrative. In the next video, we will cover how to create a quiz that'll self-grade itself, but this one we're going to talk about the instant feedback part of Socrative. As we go into Socrative, I need to log out here. First thing you'll do is you'll have all of your students sign into a classroom for Socrative, so that will be your room. You'll see I have 3 devices right now, one being an iPod, it's an iPhone, another one being an iPad, and then I also have one logged in through a browser right here that you can see. We're going to focus on these 3 choices right here: multiple choice, true, false, and short answer. And these are going to give you instant feedback of what the feeling of your class is at that point. So when you choose multiple choice, it's going to send out to your students that are logged into your classroom to choose an answer, either A, B, C, or D, or E. This is up to you. So you would pose a question to your class for A, choose this, B, C, D, and they would just send your answers. And once they sent them, it would visually represent that on your board. So I'm going to go here and choose B for this student. And then you'll see when it says waiting for responses. And now once it gets a response that comes in, then it will post it up there. I'm going to choose A for my iPhone, so you can see when that goes in, and then I'm going to choose B for my iPad. So you'll see how it graphs the whole activity for you, and you can get a quick snapshot of your class and their feelings. Once you click End Activity, it's going to take you back to this main page. Another option that you have would be true, false. So that's very simple. This is what the screen looks like for your students as they come out. So you'd pose a true, false question, and they would just either choose true or false. So I'll choose true from the computer. You can see what the answer comes up. I'll choose false from my iPad, true from my iPhone, and you'll see very quickly that it tabulates all of your scores for that activity. Another nice feature is short answer. This would be great at the beginning of a class. Let's say that you wanted to ask your students if they had any difficulty with homework the night before, or they just weren't understanding something and they needed to go over it. Well, several different students may think different things. So what you would do is just have them submit a response. So let's say we were in math and I can't spell. So let's say that they were having trouble with addition. I know that's very elementary, but they would submit that. I'll go from my iPad and go subtraction. From my iPhone, I will send multiplication. And you'll see rather quickly that those responses will come up on your board. Now, you can do this for more than just math. I mean, you could do this for language arts or anything that you're going to have a discussion over. You could have them pose their responses. Now, these are short paragraph responses, so you could see a list of all of your classroom's responses. So this could be your do now for at the beginning of the class. Other people's responses. If you're doing like a current events lesson, you could also use this to vote on what you're going to talk on for the day. So you could have 5 students that would pose their current event issue that they were going to talk about. Then you could just choose vote on responses, and then at that point it's going to send those out. You'll see this is the student view again to the students to see. So let's say that this student in math class, you were talking about what you were having the most difficulty on. So 3 students posed this. You could have the rest of the class choose what is most important for them right now. So let's say 2 student, I'll choose multiplication there, multiplication from my iPad, and then subtraction from my iPhone. You'll see here that it will tally the votes in your class. So again, another neat feature that you can use in Socrative for your classroom.